Hello and welcome to another episode of Afternoon Live, and let's start a brand new week, shall we? Monday, the 23rd of December, 2024. Wow. And it's the time flies so fast, but sometimes if you're on the work mode or if you're done with your studies or whatsoever, but mostly it's especially to you, to those who are actually working. And then sometimes, you really need a break, right? Yeah, you really need a break. So, because on this episode today, we'll be talking about why we should, take a little of, break sometime. But anyway, besides, you may be thinking, Chanmates, you may be noticing anything different, isn't it? But I'm going to talk to you about that later. But anyways, we're going to, from what I have to understand, about why we should, take a break sometimes. Because besides working or whatsoever, but even though that we're already, we're already here on the Christmas break. But even though if we're on a Christmas break, it's not just limited to working on having your duties or whatsoever. I know that for students here, classes are already over, and then you're having a Christmas vacation, you're having a Christmas break. But it's not just that, but also you may be spending your break working, not just limited to professional work, but even I do when I was actually streaming. So yeah, sometimes now some of you may be telling me this way: you should really take a break sometime, okay, and don't push yourself too hard. So yeah. Aww. It's like that. So, and this may if you're okay, consider yourself, okay, how am I going to say this now? What do you think may be the causes of stress before we go to some steps on how to take a break for some period of time? Okay, so first of all, okay, I've actually played this on Duolingo, that on English lessons. Although I already know English, and then I have to use it the platform mainly for Japanese, but yeah, I just wanted to earn more points. Yeah. And some of the sentences actually include this way. A person has felt exhausted. It's because I have so much work. I don't have time anymore for free time. I don't have much free time because of work, and work. So anyway, you know what? Sometimes I know you may be working, not just limited to professional work, once again, Chanmates, but also it could also be including my streaming that I'm doing right now. So, yeah, break ko. Okay, but sometimes, even also if you really have to do some commissions or whatsoever, but you may be hearing to by someone to say you should take a break sometime. Do not push yourself, all right? So how to do it? Sometimes let's just take a little bit of breather, and then I'm going to share to you my weekend experience, because one of which is I was actually getting some fresh air, or in that other day when we actually went to the beach, and to not only to get some fresh air but experience the cool of nature. Wow! Right? Does any one of you have experienced nature, at least on the beach? Huh? But anyway, the next day, okay, one of the breaks that you can actually take also is, what? At least take a breather. Take a little bit of breather, have some stretching. Speaking of stretching, we're going to talk about some exercise later on the show. Have some exercise, will you? To do some stretching, or I'm going to share to you my experience about some running or whatsoever. Now, I just need to take a little bit of breather because afternoon live will go for a little bit of short break. But for you, Chan mates, take a breather, will ya? Please do me a favor and take a breather. I keep on saying that before we go on a break, but I'm going to say it to you once again. Take a breather because afternoon live will be right back. And welcome back to Afternoon Live, Chan mates. And I hope you take a little bit of breather during the break. It's because, yeah, we have so many ways for you to take a break. Whether if you want to take a break from work, you have to take a break from school or whatsoever. Of course, when it comes to school, we're currently having Christmas vacation, as if the semester is already over. So now I'm going to read to you, or because this is what I have searched. Okay, one of the ways to take a break at work or whatsoever at school or anything that you have to do is one of them, go for a walk. Why you should go for a walk? Okay, let me tell you some experience. Not just walking, but you can also go like jogging or running. So you know what? It's a form of exercise. And then based on my experience, okay, look, Chan mates. Every time when I'm walking on my way from somewhere else to from my shop to school, from downtown to school after having lunch, or and back or whatsoever after classes, well, every time when I walk, even though I was carrying some of my stuff in my bag, and I was like, it's actually fine, and at least you can get some, fresh air, right? Maybe, and also, this could also be your thing when every time if you go on a walk, so that you can go to school. Every time if you wanted to have some, what you call this? Oh yeah, at least you can think about these things, okay? Because a part of that is at least to think or to meditate, huh? Guide sessions. Oh yeah, mindfulness. Well, because based on what I've searched, so mindfulness promotes calmness and happiness and can help you manage your mental health. Besides, speaking of mental health, just remember that that mental health is very important. So you really have to take care of your mental health so that at least you can get away from stress, and at least you will not feel under pressure. Because if you don't take care of your mental health, and if you don't what you call this, I like example, sleep in the right time or eat in the right time, then I mean, this is for physical health, but when we're talking about mental health, you may be thinking of, I'm so stressed because I have so much things to do. I have so many work, right? Another way as well is, to listen to the music. So every time if you may have noticed when I was going on an oval stadium for me to run or at least jog, and then sometimes I tend to listen to the music. You know what, Chan mates? On my experience of running, I was actually listening to the music, especially the fact when we're joining fun runs and yeah, something like that. But at least it's also better to listen to the music so that at least you can feel right. Did any one of you feel every time when you're jogging, running, or at least have some walk when you're listening to the music? Or you may be thinking, oh my, so right? Okay, next is, yeah, part of which is as well, I think I did mention this earlier, have some exercise, all right? So once again, it's not just limited to running, jogging, or even walking, but at least you should do some, stretching. Oh yeah, meditation. Yes. Sometimes you gotta actually do it before you perform at your best, or there's another task that you have to do. At least you have to go and meditate before it's time for you to do it. Just like if I were to start on afternoon live show today, I have to at least meditate before I start the program, right? Like at least take a breather and uh, de-stress, and at least not just to de-stress, chatmates, but at least to relax your mind here. So okay, and at least take a breather. And sometimes, chatmates, you have to get rid first of your gadgets and work, yeah, so that at least you can go to so that at least you can be like, distressing yourself, and yeah, something like that, to distress yourself, and to at least to think about these things. What are you going to think, and to plan into the next level that you have to take on the next days and beyond, or plan for at least you can gain some motivation, right? Just like when you're playing on Genshin, haven't you noticed the stamina, right, of your characters, right? So, but this may be out of topic, so it's a buzzer. And as I mentioned earlier, or I asked you this earlier, spending some time at least on the nature. Maybe you want to go hiking, but you know what, Chanmates, I hate to say this, I am not into hiking, so yeah, it's like that. But at least what at least you can actually do is to spend some time at the beach, and to at least play with the ocean. But if you want something luxurious, maybe you want to de-stress yourself up to swim in the swimming pool, right? If you have at home. But if you can't, if you don't have swimming pool at home, maybe at least you can go to a resort, or maybe you want to at least go to the beach. Well, some exercise, right? Or to at least take a breather and get some fresh air, because if you have lots of fresh air, then at least it's important for you to stay healthy, right? So at least take a break sometime. And because we don't have time anymore, maybe I'm not actually prepared for this topic, so but you know what, Chatmates, it's very important for you to take some break. And before we go, what do you think of my new studio? Right? That's why you may be thinking that, hello, I'm so different today, so, right? Because it's, almost time for Christmas. And speaking of Christmas countdown, how many days to go? We have what? 2 more days to go, and have a Merry Christmas. And there we have it. This wraps up today's afternoon live on a start of a brand new week. For more future streams, please do not forget to subscribe or to follow me on my socials down below. I'm Chanoshino. Thanks for watching, and have a good day and have a good afternoon, everyone.